Good evening. Thank you for joining us for this evening's provider workshop featuring Dr. Lincoln Westfall. Dr. Westfall is a board-certified family physician who comes to us from Washington State. With that, we will turn it over to Dr. Westfall and let him speak more about his experience, his services, and what brought him to Carbon County. Welcome.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in. I am a family physician, so I'm trained to see all ages. I enjoy seeing the whole family, seeing everyone through all the different stages of life. I really enjoy that about family medicine, that you get to be there for so many things throughout people's lives. I am on call, but hopefully nothing happens tonight. So I see patients in clinic here in Rawlins at the Family Practice Clinic 4 days a week normally. There are a bunch of other family practice providers and pediatric providers there, and as a team we can care for a lot of people there. And I guess as the Saratoga Clinic opens, I'll be helping out there. I'm excited about just providing more services to the whole county. I know there's a great need for primary care here, and so I'm excited to help meet that need. Also, I provide a few other services on top of primary care that are in need of, that the county is in need of here in the hospital. So it ended up being a great match. So that includes pregnancy care and doing deliveries and C-sections when needed. And also gastrointestinal endoscopy, so upper GI endoscopies, or EGDs, esophagogastroduodenoscopy, say that 3 times fast, and colonoscopies, the lower GI endoscopies. And I also am a DO, a doctor of osteopathic medicine, so I am trained in osteopathic manipulation, so I can use my hands to diagnose and treat various musculoskeletal issues. And then I like to practice what's called functional medicine. It's just a bit of a movement in medicine nowadays, just trying to really drill down to the root cause of illness and help heal the person as a whole, and address those root causes, and not just cover up symptoms all the time with pills. A lot of times it comes down to nutrition, lifestyle, and you can just find through different testing or or deeper investigation, detective work, what's really leading to issues, to problems in the health of the patient. And a lot of that actually comes back to this social side of things. So I really enjoy seeing the whole person, and that's what family medicine, functional medicine are all about. As Stephanie mentioned, I come here from Washington State. I've been practicing as a family doctor there for over eight years, and really over 9. But here, I'm all alone for the moment, but my wife and kids are going to be joining me in June once the kids finish the school year over there. So I'm kind of going back and forth until then. We're building a house, trying to get things ready for them to be able to move in and be warm and comfortable in cold and windy Wyoming, right? You guys are all used to it. We lived in northern Washington mainly, and so we're used to some snow and some wind, but obviously there's a little more here than most places. But we love the outdoors, the snow. I love skiing and just exploring, hiking, all that kind of stuff. And so we're looking forward to so much that Carbon County offers. My kids are in high school, so looking forward to them experiencing the opportunities here with sports and music and all that. So I'm glad to be here as a family doctor. I'm happy to explore or explain in more detail any other questions. I guess you didn't really run through my training. I could expound on that. So I originally trained as an electrical and computer engineer. Went to Carnegie Mellon University in Pittsburgh. That's where I met my wife, who's actually from Germany. So yeah, our kids speak German. And then it was when I took a 2-year leave of absence and was a missionary for my church, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, in Ukraine, Russian-speaking area in the east part of Ukraine, Donetsk, which is sadly war-torn now. That's where I realized I want to be there for people in great need and make a difference where it's needed most. And it just clicked for me to be a healer. My dad had sold medical equipment, and my mom was into nutrition and a lot of different things. And so it just made sense for me to actually decide to go into medical school. But I still finished my engineering degree. I just started taking some pre-med classes, but then I did some more pre-med work over in Germany after my wife and I got married. We went to her hometown after I graduated, and I got to go to the university there full time and become fluent in German. And from there, well, that's where our firstborn was born. And then we moved to Missouri. That's where I went to medical school. It's called Kirksville College of Osteopathic Medicine. It's the original osteopathic medical school. Started back in 1892, and it's a small community. It really specializes in training doctors to provide primary care to rural communities. And I really felt like that's where a great need was in the States, and especially the Western states where I wanted to end up, where I have a lot of family. So I also then realized in medical school that there's a great need for Spanish-speaking providers, and so I started taking medical Spanish. I went down to Mexico for part of the summer. I just started spending lots of time whenever I could with Spanish-speaking patients, and eventually became fluent in Spanish. I got to practice practice in areas where there were a lot of Spanish speakers, largely migrant farm workers, in like fruit orchard areas in Washington State. And so I got to use my Spanish quite a bit there. And I'm excited about being here because there's a growing population here that speaks Spanish. And then the osteopathic medical school really made sense to me too, because I just had seen through my dad different doctors that did osteopathic manipulation. It was always cool that they could make you feel better just with their hands. And so I really find that rewarding in daily practice, to be able to help realign things or loosen things up in the neck or wherever, and help the body to heal itself and help its structure to be proper so it can function properly. So it was a great experience being there in Kirksville, small town. And then I went to residency in Spokane was the internship, and then Colville, the small town north of there in Washington State, is the rural training track for that family medicine residency. And I was honored to be able to go there, and they are known for being the original rural family medicine training track. And they have a lot of providers there who really try to prepare family doctors with skills that they need in a small town, and be able to offer a lot of things that often wouldn't be available without specialists or going off to a big city. So there was a GI doctor there that let me do a lot of EGDs and colonoscopies with him, and starting at 6:30 in the morning usually, a couple times a week. And so that was a great experience. There were wonderful teachers there. And then from Colville, we ended up in the Yakima Valley in Washington. And so we were there for 8 years. After that, I was in Chelan for a year, farther north, and that hospital ended up closing their primary care clinic, so had to start looking around again, where there's a matching community that has the needs that I can help match. I've always wanted to be where I'm needed most, and that's how I've sought my calling every step of the way, and I've felt God has guided me here. So I am glad to be here, and I am looking forward to meeting the needs of this community however I can, and getting to know you all as a part of the community, and as you entrust your care to me and my colleagues in the clinic. I think there's a great team there at the Family Practice Clinic of providers and support staff, administration. So I'm honored to be a part of this now. And so I look forward to getting to know you all and doing what I can to help you out. I could also give some general health tips and things like that, but I mean, whatever you guys would like to know, if there are questions from the audience and things like that too.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. We'll go ahead and move into a few questions, and then we'll see where we're at, and we may move into some additional information that you'd like your potential patient base to know. So you touched a little bit on you've practiced in rural areas and some of your transition as you were looking at a different position, but ultimately what drew you to Carbon County and MHCC?
Right, so this is actually a bigger town than I'm used to living in. Kind of funny, but I just saw that the needs here and my skill set matched up really well, so that we could have a happy, mutually beneficial relationship. And the geography, I found it very interesting because there are so many beautiful places nearby, and you got the lake here. I love climbing mountains. So for 7 years in a row, I summited Mount Adams, and took my oldest two kids with me the last couple times. It's almost 7,000 feet of elevation gain, and there's just a lot of wide open spaces here to see, and I really enjoy the peace out in nature and the beauty of the earth. So yeah, it really called to me, all these things. I do have a lot of family actually in Moab, Utah, and so this is actually not very far away. So we can visit each other on the weekend, depending where the weather's better. So, and then, yeah, the opportunities in the schools, the growing Spanish-speaking population. I'm excited about playing a role there because I understood there was no other Spanish-speaking family doctor here or anything. So I'm excited about meeting more and more people that can help out in that way. Sí, entonces podemos conocernos y hablar en español si quieren. Toda la familia puede venir a mí, podemos platicar en español, está bien. Mucho gusto. So yeah, you can schedule an appointment at the clinic, and we can even speak Spanish there. I do speak Russian and German, but I don't know if there are a whole lot of Russian and German speakers around here. So, but I enjoy getting to know different cultures and connecting directly with people and understanding them and helping them understand in their own language and or at their own level their care. I love educating patients so they can be empowered to take care of themselves. It's always rewarding when I can just pass on information so they can use that themselves. I often see myself as kind of a consultant to help you make decisions about your healthcare. I want you to understand what you're doing and what we're doing, and not just feel like you're a number or going through a mill or something like that. I want you to really understand your care and explain your results so you can understand and things like that. So,
thank you. So out of the multiple different services that you offer, is there a preference? Do you have a favorite versus family medicine to obstetrics to osteopathy? Do you have a preference?
I mean, family medicine in general is great because you get to see people long term and have those long term relationships and really get to know someone. I mean, it's a privilege when people open up to you and entrust their lives to you over the years. And then it really helps when you can see all the different aspects of the family's life and how everyone's health in the family is connected, and so you can help the family better as you help each individual and everyone together. So taking care of families, I mean, it's always a beautiful thing, an honor to be there when a baby is born. I do really enjoy obstetrics, just caring for someone throughout pregnancy and caring for the baby from the very beginning and seeing the whole family, like I said. I love helping the pregnant patients understand how they can be a healthy host for the baby growing within them, so they can minimize problems for themselves and for the baby down the road. And yeah, it's so obstetrics is part of family medicine. I feel like family medicine without obstetrics is, I don't know, it's missing something. Or I just feel like as a family doctor, and especially in a small town, it really serves patients best when you can be there for them throughout all those core parts of life.
And absolutely, and as we continue to grow our services as MHCC as a whole, I think that fits very well together. So following up on that, to what level or to what extent will obstetrical services be available within our clinic settings? Because that's not something that MHCC has traditionally offered. So can you touch on that a bit?
Well, MHCC has offered obstetric care, but it's been concentrated in the women's health clinic, and there are two obstetrician gynecologists who rotate through there, and Dr. Hitt and Dr. Motley, they're great, and it's great working with them. I work in the family practice clinic just a mile away, basically, and that setting, I guess, for a while hasn't had a family doctor that does obstetrics, so that is new, and so we have training and we have equipment and things like that we need for that, and it's working out well, and we can also cover for each other, you know, see each other's patients between the women's health clinic and the family practice clinic, depending on the needs. And then we assist each other and work together as needed. So it's really a team effort, and I have really been impressed by the staff at the hospital and at the clinic, how everyone's working together just to take care of the patient. That's the focus that everyone has, and I think that's how it should be.
So with that, as we continue to, again, expand and services, whether that's in Hannah or the Platte Valley, will we be focusing primarily on prenatal health checks when you're in that clinic environment?
Well, I'll help out however needed, but the current services that aren't offered out there would include prenatal care and osteopathic manipulation, Spanish-speaking care, consultations for EGDs and colonoscopies. So I'll just be trying to help out wherever I can, and I guess we're still working through the details of when everyone will be where, but I think it'll work out well. I am excited for what the organization is doing to expand the services and the locations where patients can obtain care. I think that's really needed. This is such a huge county, and sometimes it takes a long time to go somewhere when it's snowy and such. So I am looking forward to helping out there.
Thank you. So osteopathic manipulation, can you explain to our viewers what is the difference between that versus chiropractics?
Sure. Well, chiropractic actually originally branched off of osteopathic manipulation or osteopathic medicine, over 100 years ago. And so there are definitely a lot of similarities. That's more the direct popping and cracking, which I can do that too, but there are a lot of also subtle and gentle techniques within osteopathic manipulation that may not be a part of chiropractic. And some of those things will be similar to things that a physical therapist would do. Some could be kind of like massage. Sometimes you're just positioning muscles to shorten the muscle fibers so that you can help release a spasm that's formed there. And then in addition to using positioning and the hands, I like to help people realize the things that they can do for their body to not have as much of those pains and spasms and such. Muscles, they need to be very well hydrated to function properly. I like to remind people, you look at your body weight in pounds and divide that by 2, and that's how many ounces of water you basically need every day as a bare minimum. You need more if you're sweating, and then you need more to make up for any caffeinated or alcoholic beverages that kind of dehydrate you. And then you need plenty of electrolytes, like potassium in fruits and magnesium in leafy green vegetables and such, to help muscles relax well. So actually, if you can make sure you're doing those things, then we have an easier time helping the muscles to work right too, even with the osteopathic manipulation. If someone's really tense and spasmed, it's hard to just crack something into place. We need to trick the muscles into relaxing. We need to use some heat and hydration and electrolytes before we can make major progress sometimes. So, and stretching is important as well. So I hope that helps. But one of the core philosophies of osteopathy is to help the body heal itself, and that the body is a unit of mind, body, and spirit. That every person is, a whole compendium of all those things, mind, body, and spirit. And so I think it's important to address all those aspects of a person's care.
So since you have begun practicing in Carbon County, is there a particular area that you have seen to be very prevalent, or something that you've noticed that's frequently occurring within a number of your patients? Anything like that?
Well, unfortunately, diabetes is becoming epidemic, and that is largely tied to the obesity epidemic. There are a lot of things that I've seen have been tied to that. A lot of acid reflux issues, which sometimes people are having a cough, and it's because acid's coming up and they don't realize it. It can be harder to sleep at night. You can get throat phlegm and things like that from acid reflux, just partly from the belly just being too big and squishing the stomach, squishing the acid up. Eating late at night and then lying right down, the acid's going to come right up. That's going to happen more easily if you've got like a lot of caffeine, alcohol, nicotine that over relax the lower esophageal sphincter. So the lifestyle, a lot of times our standard American diet, SAD diet as we often call it, is contributing to a lot of different symptoms, including that. The excess carbs that turn right into sugar and inflame everything. And then, yeah, when we have too many sugars or too many carbs, which turn right into sugar, then our sugar levels are higher all the time, and we can become resistant to our own insulin and process that. And so then we can develop diabetes. Actually, about half of people have diabetes that don't even realize they have it. And then a lot of people have pre-diabetes for years leading up to that. And we can check for that in lab work. There's actually a health fair set of lab work going on right now at the hospital that are soon here that allows people to affordably get a bunch of labs to help check for those kind of things, and then we can help explain them. Yeah, I mean, diabetes I'm seeing a lot, and yes, I will prescribe various medications as needed to help care for that, but in order to make the most progress, it is important to change some things about the diet and get more exercise, especially burning off your meals, especially dinner, because it's our common culture to just kind of come home tired come home late from work and have a big meal together, and then vegetate and eat more in front of the TV or whatever, and then go to bed and store all those extra calories as fat, and all the higher sugar levels inflame our joints and feed growth of cancers even, and infections. Diabetics have much higher rates of all types of cancers than non-diabetics. So sugar truly is our enemy in excess, and it's what's leading a wide range of illnesses and inflammatory processes in people today. So I really enjoy helping people realize what they can do to not fuel those processes and turn things around. So diabetes is a big part of that.
All right, well, it looks like at this point we don't have any other questions that have come through. Is there anything else that you would like the viewers to know about you and your practice, your services, anything at all?
Just that I think it's important that we understand patients as people and listen, and I want you to know that I'm honored when you come in to see me, and I will do all I can to make you comfortable and help you realize you matter, and what your concerns are that you're coming to me with, they're important. I just want to help you help yourself and help you understand what's happening in your life however I can, and make a difference there. So I'm just glad to be here and look forward to meeting you and helping out however I can.
Great. Well, thank you so much, and thank you all of those that have joined us this evening. Again, Dr. Westfall is currently at our MHCC family practice located on 3rd Street, and will be, as he mentioned, we'll be attending some of our other clinic locations here in the near future as we open up the Platte Valley Health Center, as well as the Hannah Family Practice Clinic. So lots of opportunities to meet Dr. Westfall and enjoy his services and his skill set. So again, thank you for joining us this evening, and we will see you again in March.
Thank you.